Well, it's Friday evening. Got off work and loaded up some stuff and just gonna do an overnighter by myself. I'm up here in the Cascades here in Oregon, about 50 miles from my home, and just came up to have a little downtime. It's fire season, so I had to come into the campground here, and it's about a 7 or an 8 spot campground, little lake that we come to. But when you're going to have a fire, you have to have a approved fire pit. So I want to have a fire. I did stop and get some really nice wood. That's old growth fir. Big old shard. That thing fell about 5 years ago. I saw where that thing fell down, and there were some big old slabs of it there. So it cut me enough up to do me a fire. But what I thought I'd do is I picked up a bunch of fir cones in this sack, and I got some old man's beard. I thought I'd try to start a fire like that tonight. See what I can do with that old man's beard and those cones. That sack was compliments of that. Thought I'd have a little drink in a bit. So, I'm just gonna be here tonight by myself, and then tomorrow my wife and my son, his wife, and my granddaughter are gonna show up here. We're gonna spend the day. They're gonna do a bushcraft video. They're gonna do a video and enter my 100 subscriber video challenge, Bushcraft challenge. So let's see what they come up with. My wife and my son are anxious to team up, I think. Let's see what they do. Anyway, I'm just cheating. There's my old truck, cooler, box of gear, the power saw. That's how I got her done. Anyway, I've been in this spot before. It's a good little spot. It's away from the lake. The lake's across the road and down the hill, but that's why I like it. Nobody bugs me up here. Okay, well, see what I can do about getting a fire started. Get the old man's beard going. Oh, come on. Hey. Ha 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 ha. Cool. Cones make a lot of smoke, but you get cherry red here in a minute. I haven't built a fire with these fir cones forever. It's fun. Old man's beard and Douglas fir cones. It's gonna get hot here in a minute. Let's let that cook a minute. Put a little wood on that. Wow, look at that. Let me get it down here in the fire pit. Built that on a piece of old growth bark, old growth fir bark. And that makes a good fire platform. Wow, I'm gonna burn my hair off. Whew. That was kind of a disaster. It's gonna work. Alright. Kind of crowded for space here. I got that pile of wood right there and trying to film right here and build a fire. Almost burned myself up. Duh. Alright. Well, I must say, fir cones aren't the greatest source of fuel for a fire or tinder or anything like that. This time of year they're not bad because it's been dry, it's been hot, and so I know they're good and dried out. And they do have little minute amounts of pitch in each one. If you look at one real close, you can see little blobs of pitch here and there. So right now they're making good fuel, but they do absorb moisture in a hurry. So if there's been any rain or if they're in the shade or anything like that, they won't catch a spark. They don't flame up like that. So, but I just thought I'd try it since there was some old man's beard hanging in a old wild rhododendron over here, so I picked some of that, and must say the old man's beard caught the spark, and the cone was the fuel. Took right off. So threw some little pieces of fir trimmings on there that I had just laying there, little shards of fir, and then this is just the rest of the cones that I had in that bag. I just dumped them on there. So anyway, haven't built a fire with cones in a long time, so just thought I'd see if it would work. Cool. And she's ripping now. Well, I'm just about done with my getting unloaded, so it's quitting time. Keep on bushcrafting, guys. Friday. Love it. Well, it's been about 30 minutes, and that's all the more wood I've put on it. Just little 3x3 chunks of wood. About 15-20 inches long. The thing's just been burning nice, clean, no smoke. That's why I like that old growth fir. Burns so clean and hot. It's a pretty fire. Yeah. It's the kind of fire I'm going to have tonight. And tomorrow, probably. Alright. Check back with you in a bit. Well, I finally started putting some bigger wood on there. A couple of pieces on there, about 4x6. And it's burning nice. I think I'm going to stay up late tonight. It's a beautiful fire. Good night, y'all.